and Puppycat is an adult animated series spanning 2 seasons as of the time of this video's release. The show has a rich cast of characters and history spanning over 10 years. In this video, I'll be going over part of the Bee and Puppycat Iceberg. This will be a part 1 of 2 of the iceberg I created with the help of the community and How a Wizard on Twitter. If you're not familiar with an iceberg video, categories are organized based on the general knowledge of a subject. Top of the iceberg is well-known subjects by the casual viewer, and as we type deeper into the iceberg, more information is obscured. If you like this video, please consider subscribing as it will help me out a lot. Level 1. YouTube series. On July 11th, 2013, the pilot for Bee and Puppycat was uploaded on Frederator Studios' Cartoon Hangover YouTube channel as a part of Cartoon Hangover Shorts, a series of shorts that would be used to engage audience reactions for any potential new series. It follows Bee, a 22-year-old girl who was recently fired from her job and finds a magical cat dog named Puppycat on her way home. After the release of the pilot and its second part a month later, Kickstarter was formed to fund former episodes. These new episodes would come out in 2-part 5 to 6 minute episodes following the same structure of the pilot. The first part of an episode will follow antics on the island they live on, and the following episode includes the temp job on an alien planet where Bee and Puppycat must complete a job for money. The episode list consists of the pilot, as well as Food Farmer, Beach Cats, Birthday Game, and Toast Dog's Wedding Donut. The final 4 episodes listed changed its formula a little bit and was a 22-minute long story. It's technically 4 episodes long with the old layout. The entire season is on Cartoon Hangover's YouTube channel for audiences to view. Netflix series. The Netflix series released September 6, 2022, 1 year ago from when this video was released. Due to many development issues we'll talk about later, Netflix released the second season of Bee and Puppycat titled Bee and Puppycat Lazy in Space 6 years after the original series was finished. Netflix also ordered 3 more episodes of Bee and Puppycat, which was a retelling of the original YouTube series with a more consistent writing and art style to the new season compared to the web series. The first 3 episodes are listed as Bee and Puppycat and is more character and lore focused as it retcons and sets up a lot more story beats that appear in the next season. Episodes 4 through 16 are listed as Bee and Puppycat Lazy in Space. All episodes span around 23 minutes long instead of the previous 2-part 12-minute long episodes. The structure of the episodes no longer strictly followed the narrative beats of the island issues than a temp job, and is situational based on what story is written. Some episodes don't focus on the temp jobs at all and can be a slice of life with the human characters and Puppycat, and some episodes can be flashback episodes to explore characters' lore. The release of Bee and Puppycat Lazy in Space was a monumental moment for the series, as it has been 9 years since the original pilot was released. The remake of the first season did have mixed opinions to veteran fans, as the show was changed quite a bit to be more in line with the next season. Both the web series and remake exist, and you can watch both and make your own opinion on which one you like more. Voice actors. There are many voice actors that appear for both the original web series and the Netflix series. Bee is voiced by Alan Rachel. Puppycat is actually made from a voice bank of Vocaloid Oliver, where he speaks gibberish that is generated through a program. Deckard is voiced by Kent Osborne, a writer for Adventure Time. Cas is voiced by Ashley Birch, who voiced Enid in OKKO and the Rutile twins in Steven Universe. Cardamon is voiced by Alexander James Rodriguez. This bird, the Elder from the web series, is voiced by Aaron Hansen of Game Grumps. Aaron Hansen still owes me $20. Toast is voiced by Terry Hawks, who voiced Sailor Moon in the English dub of Sailor Moon. The show draws many inspirations from Sailor Moon, so there's a very nice connection the two shows have. Wooly is voiced by Liam McKay of Yogscast. Wooly's boss was originally voiced by Tommy Wiseau, who directed and starred in The Room. He was then recast to be voiced by Eric Bauza, voice actor who has voiced Bugs Bunny in several instances. Deckard's family also has an interesting ensemble. Wesley Wizard is voiced by Aaron Hansen as he comes back to the show. Berlin Wizard, Toast's new boyfriend, is voiced by Doug Smith, who voiced Kentaro Oe in the English dub of Golden Boy. Owl Wizard is voiced by Kumail Nanjiani, who is Prismo in Adventure Time. Tim Wizard is voiced by Video Game High School producer and actor Freddie Wong. Bee's dad is voiced by Shannon McCormick. Violet is voiced by Jennifer Tilly, who voices Bonnie in Family Guy. Tom Kenny, the voice of SpongeBob and Ice King in Adventure Time, voices this ladybug in the original series. Stephen Root, the voice of Bill from King of the Hill, also voices the farmer in the original series. A police officer, this teacher who looks like Foxy from Five Nights at Freddy's, and Warlock G in this show. Bass Outlaw is voiced by Steve Blum, who is the voice of Toonami Tom and Spike from Cowboy Bebop's English dub. Susie Bearhow, also known as Aaron Hansen's wife, voices some of these sax in Gentle Touch. Cooking Prince is voiced by Robbie Damon, who voices Goro Akechi in Persona 5. Sticky is voiced by Gilbert Gottfried. The list can go on, but we have more things to talk about, and I'll just talk about voice actors if they appear in other parts of the iceberg. Music. The music of the show was composed by Will Weisenfeld, also known as Bass Music. He has composed tracks for every episode since the pilot. He is credited for every episode and made most of the show's music with some exceptions. Brad Sox was credited for writing Lonely in the episode Dogs. Frank Jovsy was credited for Funny Line for the tracks Underwater Memory, Starry Dream, Candy Hunter Jam, Energy Tutorial, Funny Line, Boys in the Classroom, Ship on the Orange Hill, and Starry Dream Lullaby. None of these tracks are shown on the release of the soundtrack, probably due to distribution rights. All of Bass tracks composed for the show are on Volume 1 and Volume 2 of the show's soundtrack. Frank Jovsy also voices one of the Wiggly Worms in Little Fingers. 3DS. The Nintendo 3DS, which released in 2011, had a video-on-demand service named Nintendo Video. Videos would be downloaded onto Nintendo Video app and users could view them for as long as they like until the videos were replaced by new videos being downloaded. In 2013, the original Bee and Puppycat series was viewable on Nintendo Video. The catalog would be updated in 2014. The episodes could be Part 1 and 2 of the pilot, Food, Farmer, Beach, or Cats. At the time of its release, those were the only episodes that were released for the series. Nintendo Video was then discontinued in 2015. The show also had its own spot on the Nintendo eShop, the digital store where you could purchase and download games. The pilot up to Cats were all viewable as their own videos that you could stream onto your 3DS. The eShop closed down in March of 2023, making it a lost viewing platform for the show. VRV. VRV was a streaming platform that launched in November 2016. VRV hosted multiple shows for sites like Crunchyroll, Funimation, and Cartoon Hangover. There was a deal struck with VRV and Frederator Studios to exclusively release the rest of the season onto the platform. Birthday King was released on November 11, 2016, and Toast Dog Wedding Donuts, the finale of the show, was released on November 28, 2016 as well. These episodes would be exclusive to the platform for about 2 years. The streaming platform was US only and left international fans to wait for the YouTube release. I personally used VRV to watch these episodes when they released and the app was a mess. I found that if my internet wasn't properly configured, the app would ignore the ads that the free version received and would just play the show like if it was a premium service. Aside from that, VRV was planned to host the next season of Bee and Puppycat, but due to complications we'll explain later, that didn't go through. In December of 2021, Frederator Studios ended their partnership with VRV before the service was shut down as a whole in April of 2023. 2019. In October 2018, a teaser trailer for Bee and Puppycat's next season was posted on the Cartoon Hangover channel. Teaser was plastered with a watermark stating Bee and Puppycat Lazy in Space 2019. The show did not release in 2019 and became a joke amongst fans as there was radio silence about the show until 2022. Hiatuses. There are many hiatuses for the show that would put most fandoms to shame. The time between the original pilot and the first episode only spanned 16 months. The second episode also came out a month later, so these gaps don't seem too bad. That is until you find out that between the release of those episodes and the second half of the season spanned 2 years exclusively on VRV. These episodes would also not air on YouTube until late 2018, meaning for most fans, the time between Cats and Birthday was 4 years. As discussed earlier, the second season was slated for 2019, but due to many issues that will be covered later, the second season of Bee and Puppycat did not release until September 2022, meaning there was another 3 years of wait until the official release. Level 2. OLM Studios. OLM Animation is a Korean animation studio that initially animated Bee and Puppycat. They animated the pilot, Food, Farmer, Beach, Cats, Birthday, and Game. They were later replaced by OLM Studios. OLM Studios. OLM Digital is a Japanese animation studio that is most known for their work with the Pokemon anime since the show's start in 1997. The studio animated the final episode of the original Bee and Puppycat web series as well as Bee and Puppycat Lazy in Space. They would also animate the new version of the first season for Netflix. They are most likely to be the same studio that will animate the next season if we ever get a third season. Season 3. Season 3 of Bee and Puppycat has not been announced at the time of this video being made. There is currently no information about a potential sequel. Due to the nature of the ending of Elysian Space, it is set up to continue the series as it will follow the spaceship floating out towards space. Tempbot voice changes. Tempbot is a system of floating TVs all linked together in temp space. These tempbots are responsible for giving temp workers assignments in space, with most being paid. They have always been voiced by different voice actors since the show's first episode. The voices have been Marina Sturgis for the pilot. She's also the voice of Space Outlaw's teacher in the pilot before being recast by Donna Folks. Tempbot was voiced by Hannah Hart in the episode Farmer. In Cats, Roz Ryan, who also voices Bubby in The Marvelous Misadventures of Flapjack and Cake in Adventure Time, voices Tempbot. Cake's design was also made by the show creator Natasha Allegri. In-game, Alec Minclay, who is most notable for the voice of GLaDOS in the Portal series, voices Tempbot and also makes a reference to Cake, alluding to the famous The Cake is a Lie meme, popularized after the first Portal game. In the third part of the final episode of the first season, Joan Copeland voiced Tempbot. Joan Copeland would unfortunately pass away in March 2016 after fighting an illness. The final part of the series is dedicated to her with an illustration of Tempbot floating alone in an empty space with a note for Joan Copeland, before ending the series as a whole. The trend will continue in the second season and Netflix exclusive episodes, albeit with some recurring voice actresses from time to time. The first episode's Tempbot is voiced by Leah Jungwirth, who from my understanding but with not complete certainty, is Leah B, who is also known as Video Game Donkey's wife. In the next episode, Kathy Najimy, the voice of Peggy Hill from King of the Hill, one of Natasha Allegri's favorite characters, voices Tempbot. In the third episode, she is voiced by Terry Hawks, the voice actress for Toast. In the first episode of the new season, Tempbot is voiced by Susie Burhow. Terry Hawks voices Tempbot once again in Little Fingers. The following 3 episodes do not have Tempbot voices as Temp Space is not involved in Day Off Work, and Tempbot is asleep in the following episode. Money Lying does not include Tempbot as well. My favorite has Tempbot voiced by Diana Garnett. Did You Remember brings Male Flanagan, the voice of Naruto, to voice Tempbot. In Bird Friend, Allison Cowles voices Tempbot. In Two Clown Noses, the show's creator Natasha Allegri voices Tempbot. She is voiced by Amelia Shelda in Golden Eyes. Terry Hawks voices Tempbot once again in Why Don't You Help Me. This is the final episode Tempbot is in, as she did not appear in the final 2 episodes of the season. TinaKitten. TinaKitten is a popular Twitch streamer and content creator who loves the show Bee and Puppycat. Her big reach along with her friend Carl Jacobs made a lot of her fans aware of the show, as she is a big fan herself. She has brought a lot of new fans to enjoy the show. She has also received multiple gifts from the show creator Natasha Allegri. Funnily enough, I posted a reaction to these gifts on my channel solely for Natasha to react to, and I kind of forgot about them, and they're my most viewed videos on my channel and helped me reach streaming affiliate on YouTube, so thank you. Cookbook. The Bee and Puppycat cookbook was a cookbook called Easy Eats, with multiple recipes accompanied by illustrations of the cast from the show drawn by Natasha Allegri. The book was released in 2016 and has been discontinued, making it a rare piece of physical media. Level 3. Thinkgeek. Thinkgeek was a distribution retailer for many fandom-based merchandise. They were one of the earliest companies to distribute Bee and Puppycat licensed merchandise. They distributed vinyl figures of Puppycat with altering colors based on the dream sequence Bee has in the show, where she is surrounded by multiple Puppycats of varying color palettes. They also seem to work with Toy NK, as they distributed the prop show that Bee wields in the show, as well as their older plush design of Puppycat. ForFansByFans. ForFansByFans, originally known as We Love Fine, was an online print-to-order website that sold licensed merchandise with designs submitted by fans for fans. As part of Frederator Studios' partnership with the website, they also had rights to Bee and Puppycat licensed merchandise. There's no preservation of the website on the Internet Archive, but the Twitter shows apparel and merch they sold. The website did shut down in December of 2022, making most of this merch lost to time. StashRiot. StashRiot was a website for Frederator Studios that also sold merch based on the properties they produced, including Bee and Puppycat. They sold more apparel and merchandise, such as pens, tote bags, and other items. The website also shut down mysteriously one day. The last day the website's Twitter account tweeted was in July of 2019, and the store has no sign of coming back. Bee and Puppycat Store. The most current online store with Bee and Puppycat merchandise at the time of this recording. This website was announced in September 15th of 2022, a week after the release of the Netflix series. The store had a lot of art from Natasha Allegri slapped onto apparel and original designs that fans find not as appealing as the older merch we had in prior stores. At the time of this recording, they are having limited designs being sold week after week, as they're likely to be lost to time after this as well. Hot Topic. Hot Topic is an American retailer for merchandise that typically considered edgy or counterculture. The store also includes licensed merch to a lot of pop culture and animated properties. Bee and Puppycat is no different, and in April of 2023, Hot Topic started listing Bee and Puppycat merch on their website. Some merchandise seems to be redistributions of the designs found on the Bee and Puppycat store, as well as a few new designs featuring art from Dokino Art. Youtooz. In July 2023, Youtooz, a company focused on releasing figures of online personalities and memes, released a Bee and Puppycat figure as well as a Puppycat plush. This appears to be the first licensed figure of Bee, and in my opinion is probably the best looking plush of Puppycat we have. San Diego Comic-Con Plushies. For the 2023 San Diego Comic-Con, Toy NK unveiled 3 new plushies based off Puppycat, Temp and Wallace from the original web series. These plushies were exclusive to Comic-Con but are now purchasable on their website. Toy NK also sells some old merchandise from the original web series on their website. Animation cells. In animation, cells are used to animate a show. Bee and Puppycat was hand-drawn in cells prior to being scanned and used for productions of episodes. Natasha Allegri collected several cells from OLM Digital prior to them being thrown out due to them taking up a massive amount of space. Natasha would write phrases from the show onto these cells and then shade them with Posca markers. She sold a limited run of these cells on her Ko-Fi page and were a nice collector's item. TwinsFriendship. Natasha Allegri runs a store on Ko-Fi where she occasionally sells merchandise for her TwinsFriendship company. She also sells designs based on Bee and Puppycat. There are stickers of Puppycat, there were skateboards, and the cells that we were talking about earlier, as well as other things. Skateboards. Natasha Allegri released skateboards from her company TwinsFriendship with a design of Bee and Puppycat inspired by a game called Psychic World released on the Sega Game Gear. The main character Lucia is given a suit to enhance her psychic abilities, and the box art on the back of the Japanese release is the main reference. It is most likely that this was inspired by Jeremy Klein's Dreamgirl design, as he is a skateboarder who released his own skateboards with this design. It seems like Jeremy bootlegged the design from Psychic World's cover, and the design with Bee on it was a homage to this design. These have had 3 releases with the original color palette, a new version of a pink palette, and a misprint of the previous version with a much more hot pink than intended. I was able to purchase all 3 of these skateboards by ignoring my job and constantly refreshing for listings to them on the Ko-Fi page they were sold on. Level 4. Lazy in Space Leak. In June 2020, the entire second season of Bee and Puppycat was leaked. The show was first found on Vimeo, a video streaming website posted by Fred Seibert. Fred Seibert was the CEO of Federator and founded the company in 1997. All 13 episodes of Lazy in Space were uploaded to Fred's public Vimeo account, where people found and downloaded the entire series to upload to cartoon piracy websites. To the disbelief of many, the show was still picked up, and in October of 2020, it was announced that Netflix would host the show in 2022. This was viewed as a very long time span considering the entire show was already complete. We now know that 3 more episodes were ordered which had their own production time. It's also thought that any distribution rights of the former platform Verve could have legally stopped the show from airing until their contract was over. It is not known for certain. Fred steps down. Fred Seibert, the former CEO of Federator Studios, announced that he would be stepping down in August of 2020. This was shortly after he leaked the entire second season of Bee and Puppycat. Since this was announced 2 months after the show leaked, many believe that this is a primary reason. He is still at Federator Studios as an executive producer at the time of this recording. Cas has vitiligo. In the Easy Eats cooking book, it is shown that Cas has vitiligo. Vitiligo is a disease where cells slowly produce or lose the ability to produce pigments and cause blotches of skin with no melanin. She has patches on her legs that are affected by vitiligo. In Lazy in Space, the vitiligo is not seen on her legs. It is unsure if the studio forgot or never received that information on her reference sheet. Cas's name spelling. Cas Wizard has been brought to question when it comes to the spelling of her name. There are multiple instances where it is spelled C-A-S and others where it is spelled C-A-S-S. Her full name is Cas the Spello Wizard, Cas for short. After asking Natasha Allegri myself, it is confirmed that her name is spelled C-A-S. Level 5. Trans Characters. Twitter user Claw4andPearl posted a note from the show creator Natasha Allegri. The note states that there are 2 trans characters in the show. Owl Wizard is revealed to be a trans male, and Warlock W is revealed to be trans as well. The Warlock's voice actress, Natalie Wynn, is also trans in real life. Poo and Peepeebat. Poo and Peepeebat are mock characters of Bee and Puppycat made by the creator Natasha Allegri. The designs resemble Bee and Puppycat, with Bee now having purple hair much like she did as a baby, and her hair is in the bun shape of Poop. Peepeebat resembles Puppycat with his face, but with his head stripped off his body and given bat wings. Not much has been done with these characters, but Natasha Lingerie did post some custom pins of these characters. Ottawa Festival. The Ottawa International Animation Festival is a festival in Ontario, Canada that holds annual competitions for animations. In 2019, the festival nominated the show for the Animated Series category. Bee and Puppycat aired Little Fingers and won the title for Animated Series. This was the public's first viewing of the show, albeit a small crowd. The same episode will not publicly air until September 2022 on the Cartoon Hangover channel as a preview for the series a week prior to the release on Netflix. Daft Punk. On the Frederator Studio Instagram, diagram of the apartments the cast live in notes in the caption that Bee listens to Daft Punk. This is probably added just as a joke, alluding to Bee being a robot and Daft Punk creating electronic music. Deckard in lingerie. In March 2022, Natasha Lingerie posted a drawing of Deckard Wizard in lingerie. This was in response to a meme by Bee and Puppycat Pics on Twitter, who posted a picture of Deckard's outfit and its cost with the added humor of a set of lingerie that would be hidden underneath. He is shown with a tattoo of Garfield, the Cool S, and Bored Samson on his legs. A reply to a deleted comment under this post was the first bit of the news of a potential release date in September. Level 6. Breaking Bad. Bee's dad is voiced by Shannon McCormick, who was an actor in Breaking Bad who is commonly referred to as the Waluigi Jesse Pinkman. This is the only real connection the shows have with each other, but it is an interesting fact. Crispin Nene. Crispin Wizard can be seen hitting the Nene. Deckard. In August 2012, there was a post by the Bee and Puppycat Tumblr answering a question about Deckard. It states that his brothers sometimes call him Deckard, as shown in this gag comic. This post was from 2012 and has a design not used for any of Deckard's family in the final show. This might have been an early design for Cas, who was also named Merlin, before being scrapped. Puppycat title. On an Instagram livestream, Natasha Lingerie revealed that she initially wanted to call the show Puppycat. After recommendations, the show was named to Bee and Puppycat. Queen Elizabeth II. Queen Elizabeth II, the former Queen of England, passed away on September 8th, 2022. Her death was 2 days after the release of Bee and Puppycat Lazy in Space on Netflix, so there was a possibility that she got to watch the show before she died, which is a funny thought. Crispin plush. After the release of the Bee and Puppycat store, a Twitter user by the name of SicarusYT, who you should subscribe to, posted a leak of a Crispin plush that was secretly listed on the website. According to the post, it was found via a link in the site's code. The plush has not been released as it was a hoax. Yeah, I got bored one day and I made a fake Crispin plush to fool everyone. Luckily, the day I finished the model, they released an official Puppycat plush which I used to make a fake screenshot. I lied to about 400 people online and it was pretty funny. I just like to cause mischief. Thank you for watching the first part of the Bee and Puppycat Iceberg. I did spend a lot of time on this, so if you enjoyed it, please consider sharing the video as it helped me out. I will be working on a part 2 of the iceberg eventually, so if there's anything you think I can talk about, please leave a comment below. I'm not sure how long it'll take for me to finish it, so just consider subscribing in the meantime. Thank you and have a good day.